When the Pittsburgh Parks Conservancy was first formed 17 years ago, it grew out of some citizens who got together literally around a kitchen table and said, our parks are not in good condition. And our mission is to improve the quality of life for Pittsburgh residents and folks who live around the region by improving the park system. We used to say we did that in partnership with the city of Pittsburgh, but what we've learned is that those community partners are absolutely critical to the success of all of our parks.
And really, the High School Urban EcoSteward program is about really adopting a space in the park and kind of learning the value of nature there. Why is it important that we have access to parks? There's a lot of ecological reasons, there's a lot of just personal reasons, whether it's spiritual or for relaxation. So they kind of understand these values and they actually invest time and energy into the spot.
My name is Rodney. I'm 17 years old and I live in Pittsburgh. I go to Westinghouse High School. One of my favorite memories of the park is the time I planted I would say probably 6 trees in one day and cut down some honeysuckle bushes, invasive plants. A lot of hard work, but it was fun.
One of the things that we really like to focus on with all of our education programs is that humans are part of the natural world. And so when we learn about ecosystems and the environment, humans are part of that. So when we look across the city, trees, they don't know the boundaries of the park. Deer, they don't know the boundaries of the park. They leave the park sometimes. Certainly our birds are going in and out. And so I think the connections that I see are how the green space can help people, but also how people can help that green space thrive so that future generations can take advantage of the park, and also so that the other species that we have in our natural world have a place to live in the city.
My name is Devon. I'm 18 years old and I live in Lorimer. One of my favorite memories of the park is the time that we planted trees. And really, planting trees isn't my thing, but I found it really fun. I planted dogwood. It actually helps the park because when it rains, the roots suck up all the water and the tree uses that water.
The idea for the neighborhood walk kind of, recognizing that there's nature in your neighborhood kind of spawned from our work with Westinghouse. And we did it last year with Westinghouse School, and it went so well we realized that it was such a beneficial thing to kind of pull qualities we've learned from the park and make it relevant to their everyday life, that we've actually expanded it to all 6 schools we serve.
My name is Alicia. I'm 17 years old and I live in HOmewood. I go to Westinghouse. I like being in a Urban EcoSteward because it helps me make community or my neighborhood look better, and planting more trees and getting more gardens actually make people really want to live in my neighborhood, so they won't feel uncomfortable about their surroundings. I know we have a garden in HOmewood, but don't nobody really plant trees. If I go out and plant trees, I think other people would start planting, doing stuff.
There's a great quote by a park advocate named Charles Jordan. He said, "Parks are the most democratic spaces in the city." And that's really a guiding principle for us. And so we want everyone to see the parks as their backyard, because we think it's really important to build our park stewards and advocates of the future. That's why we invest so much in education programs, is we want to kind of bring people in when they're young, develop their love of parks and their commitment to parks, so that when they're adults, they help us advocate for parks so that we don't see that cycle of deterioration again.
My name is Tracy. I'm 17 years old. I live in HOmewood. I like being a part of the Urban EcoStewards because it gives me the feeling that I'm giving back to the community, and I get to have fun outside in nature, which I don't really go outside that much. So it's nice knowing that I can help out nature as nature sort of helps out me. And eco stewards, We remove invasive species. We plant trees, shrubs, flowers. We do nature walks. And we just observe.